Okay people, here we are, back again, Kev's workshop. About 3 days later after first starting to soak this stuff. Look at all the Dettol, it's turned to green sludge. Some of it's evaporated away, some of it was spilled out. If you're using Dettol to use as paint stripper, this will give you an idea. Still see the Burlington Northern logo. It's after 3 days. I still reckon Mr. Muscle would be a better option. Mr. Muscle oven cleaner. This stuff stinks. Absolutely stinks. I can't get the loco body up onto its right way up. There we go. Bit of effort. Trying not to get this Dettol all over me because it stinks. This body wants to keep tipping upside down. So I'm going to have to get the stinky stuff all over my fingers. An idea when using Dettol paint stripper: definitely wear gloves, otherwise you won't get the stench off your fingers for days. Very cantankerous body. I'm just using a bit of plywood stick just to check the softness of the paintwork. Really cantankerous thing. Right, so there's some of the gel, black paint. It's not the best looking things inside this ice cream container. But you can see it's bringing the black paint as well as the congealed Dettol. Again, trusty daggy old screw toothbrush. Use it for cleaning. So let's see how things go. Sorry about that folks, I'm just trying to handle the camera, trying to pick up my toothbrush. Obviously to try to hold the camera and the toothbrush and the loco body all together. Question is, why don't I put the camera on a tripod? Quite simply where it's put at the moment, I can't be bothered going in and getting it. Typical Aussie. Fantastic part about being an Australian, you can be so half-assed about it. Nobody gives a rat's bum. It gives you a bit of a clearer view. I'll stop recording again for a moment, so you can have a squeeze at what I've done after I've scrubbed all this. Okay, with the camera assistant helping me hold the camera, it gives me two free hands. So all I'm doing is just scrubbing the crap out of this body. And then getting all over the toothbrush. As you see, it gets all over your hand, so it's ugh, stinks like all buggery, all crap. Mind you, it does make the eyes sting a bit with the vapour. I think I'm still leaning more towards the Mr. Muscle oven cleaner. All those sort of details onto a locomotive body, or carriage body. It'd be a case of trying to get it all out of all the areas, all the nooks and crannies. Or crooks and nannies, either way. I was told by somebody when using Dettol to paint strip, don't go washing it off, it'll make the paint congeal. So I've just got to scrub it back and wipe it down. That's the sort of result I'm getting from it. To me, the inside of the body works neither here nor there. And for the fact nobody's going to see it. But regardless, still got to get all the gunk out of it. So that's how it's coming up so far. And all that's left behind in the container is gunk. It's like someone's had a snotty nose. Okay, here we are back again in my ice cream container with the loco body. It is now floating, soaking, whatever, and straight out bleach, household cleaning bleach, or liquid bleach, whichever way you want to call it. It's a pain in the ass for the body. Yeah. So I'm going to give this a bit of a run and see how the bodywork, the body shell was turned up. Still see the paint on the inside here, the cab, the nose of the loco. Still see the paint on the inside of the fans. So this body does not want to play ball. It wants to be a pain in the bum completely. Oh, the bloody thing back. So yeah, basically with the Dettol, it stinks to a high heaven. So it'll take at least 3 days to get body shell this half decent. So if you're going to soak a body shell or plastic body in Dettol, you probably would easily allow a week. And the Dettol will turn from a liquid to a gel, and I know I've had better results with Mr. Muscle over a much shorter time. Liquid bleach here in Australia, you look at about $2 for about 2 litres. So we're going to see how this part of the experiment goes on. Is it any better? Come back in a few moments. Okay, another short bit of video here now. That's the body that I'm going to be repainting. Lima 42 class, it's been repainted already. This is what I'd normally use. Mr. Muscle oven cleaner. This one here, back in 2010, is worth about $3. So for what it is. I think 300 grams. There's an earlier tin. Mr. Muscle loves the jobs you hate. Oh, okay. So that one there is about to get the Mr. Muscle treatment. Meanwhile, this one's still soaking in bleach. So let's go see what happens. Okay, so you can see by this lemur body, it's been repainted by somebody else. Oh look, it's snowing. Fire brigade's been out. Tip it upside down to clear the nozzle out. I'll let that sit for a few moments and see what happens. So fluffy! Okay, here we go. Pull the F7 body out of the bleach. It's put in at midday, so here we are 2 hours later, after having all the Dettol applied. That's why the body shell has come up. So at least for that, I'm not going to be bothered with much more of that. It's come up pretty damn good. Seeing it's been soaking for about 3 days. Then after wiping it clean, soaking in some warm water and detergent. So that washes all the Dettol gunk off. I'll put some etch primer over the top of this one later. So I've now got to allow this to dry. Sure the gunk's off it. And then I shall be able to start a repaint once necessary modifications are done. On this one, there's bugger all modification to convert this into the Australian version. All I've really got to do is get rid of this headlight, file it flat, paint it off, I'm done. Then I shall apply the Mount Newman mining colours to it, and that'll be another loco put across to Australian conditions. Still paint down in here, as you can see, but apart from that I'm not going to really be too fast. The body shell's still fairly soft. That's after soaking in bleach for 2 hours on top of the just under 3 days perhaps worth of Dettol. I'm not going to be too much more fuss on this. If I needed it back to bare raw plastic for a specific reason, fair enough. I'm not even going to worry too much about internally. As long as my windows are clean, I think I'll be happy with that. So that's how it's come up. So much for the F7. After several coats of Mr. Muscle oven cleaner, and this has also been sit for about 2 hours in Mr. Muscle. Look at this area where I'm scrubbing. You see the paint's already started lifting. The only problem is with Mr. Muscle you have to keep reapplying several coats. The reason being, this stuff does tend to defoam itself after a while. Good thing I'm not brushing my teeth with this brush anymore. They might get rid of the plaque and all that. So there you are. So the green paint's coming away, leaving the raw plastic behind. That's after 2 hours of Mr. Muscle. So yeah, bit of scrubbing, peoples. A wonderful camera assistant holding the camera for me while I can do this. And a message coming. Hello people, I'm back again. this is the result of using Mr. Muscle oven cleaner. Right, 2 hours worth of soaking, several applications without rubbing back, without anything else. So it's just let the foam dissolve, apply another layer of foam, let that dissolve, another layer of foam, and 2 hours later this is my result. As opposed to 3 days worth of the Dettol, which that's the result I got. Straight out Dettol, stinks to high heaven, but at least your locomotive body or carriage body will be totally disinfected, so you won't get a cold or flu. I'm not really too worried about this paint that's in the inside here. That's neither here or there to me. But that, after being soaked in Dettol, put it in the sink, warm soapy water, scrubbed it, let it dry, soaked it in bleach, ordinary household bleach, liquefied form. And about 2 hours worth of soaking in the bleach. That's my end result. And you compare these two. Why spend 3 days dissolving paint when you can use it in 2 hours? That's my questions, my results, my bit of research. So people, it's up to you what you want to do as far as this is concerned. It's Lima 42 class body. It looks like it was painted originally in Australian National Green and Yellow. Somebody's repainted it and put Hammers Iron decals down the side here. But there's the grey plastic on top. There's the grey plastic on the side. So the decal hasn't come away, but that's neither here or there. I'll get that sorted. So there you go, folks. If you want to compare Dettol, bleach and Mr. Muscle, these are the results. I'm happy to help anyone out who needs a helping hand. So people, I'm not trying to promote a product, just advise. So, heavy duty oven cleaner, made by Johnson & Johnson Company, 300 grams worth. Against a $5 bottle of Dettol, I reckon for about $3 to $5. That's not a bad bargain. Later on I'll be painting these bodies up. This is an empty tin, super cheap auto, edge primer. That's the stuff you're looking for. By comparison, that's about $13 in any Australian super cheap auto shop. 400 grams worth. Yeah, 400 grams. So that's what I'm using to strip paint. Before I apply paint to the body, I'll be using that, and then the official coats of paint that'll go on. There's my results again. Hope you didn't mind watching this bit of video. Sorry it's taken so long, so many different shots. But I will take this down another level yet. Soak it a bit more Mr. Muscle. I'll get this side cleaned up. We'll see how we go. Thanks for watching my video, even if it is boring. Okay, even though I said I was going to make the last bit of video my last bit, sort of confuses all. Just one little add-on footnote. That's the Mount Newman mining loco. Or the photo of the loco, I should say. It's up north. I'll show you its progress. There's the F7 body painted up in Tuscan red. Here's the whole job. So from seeing paint being stripped from a Burlington Northern, this is how it's now looking. It's on the paint stand. But after finally getting the windows out of it and the headlight, that's coming up so far. Sorry to all you American modelers, but a lot of our Australian locos either came from the UK or from the US. Don't worry about the headlight hole in the door. When the unit goes back in place, you won't even know, because that'll be painted the same colour. So at least on the door you'll have the logo. Black swan, black circle, yellow background. It's about getting somebody to do me the decals for the black swan and all the Mount Newman decals down the side. The yellow is a very faded yellow. My printer didn't print up as nicely as I'd like it to. And the bogies for memory are silver. Could easily be misquoted. They're either yellow or silver, but for memory they were done as a silver job. So we had two of them here. Loco 5451 is the first, I think 5452 is the second. Ex-American F7s. So there you go, folks. Catch ya.